Okay, let's go live. It's James speaking, TrinityStates.io. I did a video early today. I did a couple videos, but one of them is about how to create skills. We created a skill. What was the one we did? Oh, I had one. I had one about creating Twitter, but there was another one I created. Anyway, what I wanted to do is I wanted a manager for my department. And what we did is we basically put together on Claude Cowork with Opus 4.6. I created kind of a whole department that I can just say, hey, I have a brand new skill in my skills library. What I want you to do is I want you to do all of the email marketing, the social media for it. I want you to do the community engagement for it. I want you to add it to the shopping cart. I want you to make it available for sale. And I built out in Claude Cowork that particular package after some discussion. And you can see some of it is on the screen here. And I'll put the link to it basically behind. But I wanted to have a department head that would just, use the skills that it needed to get that stuff done. So I'm not having to do it. And it took a little bit longer. I started it in the actual video that we're doing, but it didn't get done. So it didn't get done when I was recording. So I said I'd stop, and then let's come back and take a look at it. And at the end, basically what we've got here is it went through all of these different processes on the right here, the progress here, went through all of them. Right now, it's test running the pipeline end to end. So it's done a whole bunch of work for me, but we still have to test it. So what I'm going to do right now is we'll actually go, well, here's one here. We've got the lesson hook creator since it's free. Now, one of the ones, this isn't the one I created, but we'll use it because it's one that it's kind of picked out. But what I did is, again, if you haven't seen this before, I created a whole library of skills. 165 of them are right now. And I was just picking off the skills that are here, but I want to be able to either market the skills or create courses on these skills and have the course as part of the download for the skill. Some of them free, some of them paid, etc. So that library was created, but right now what I'm doing is I say, okay, let's go and market it. So let's try this one here, and we'll just say, okay, let's do the lesson hook creator. And that's all I'm going to say to it. So hopefully what's going to happen in the background here, I just went to my manager in that department, and it knows what employees it has. It has an employee for social media marketing. It has one for email marketing. It has one that manages shopping cart. So it's just going to go and look from the meta skill of the actual content, what it's got, what it's about, and launching the pipeline. And it's got 4 agents in parallel now. Now, this is the wicked cool part, because if I look at this, this is not 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 1 and then 4 twos going down. There's 4 agents working in parallel on different tasks. It's 4 employees. It's not one employee going from step to step to step. This is a manager going to its 4 employees saying, hey, go and do these pieces. And they're all working in parallel. Multitasking, 14 seconds, 15 seconds. So we'll let that run in the background and actually see what it comes up with. And the one that it's working on, this one here, which was the lesson hook creator, this was a skill that I created earlier, and I'll show you where it is just while that's running in the background. That particular one, if I open up Claude, and I'm in Claude on the web version right now, and I went to the settings. In the bottom left, I went to the settings and went to capabilities. And the one that I had was, what's the one that I had? It was I think it's down near the bottom. It was, these are all ones that I've created. There's the lesson plan creator onboarding one. I think it was the lesson hook one. Yeah, lesson hook creator. So what this skill does is, this is one that I had built before, generates 5 compelling lesson opening hooks in under 2 minutes that grab students' attention and increase lesson completion rates for course creators. Use it when lesson engagement, student attention, and course introduction improvement is needed. So this is the skill that I actually created. And this one was done a couple months ago, but it's there, different design patterns and features. So all of this information is available to my manager and the employees that I have. So let's go see what it's actually coming up with. And it's saying, look, Claude wants to write Fluent Community. I'm going to say yes, because it's going to go and it's going to add, one of the employees is going to go to my CRM and add some emails, get those done. Some of them is going to make some posts. Some of them are going to write some additional ones here. And hopefully we'll be able to go and create the courses and get that done properly. And again, this is the first time I've run it. Am I going to run into errors? Yeah, there might be, and that's okay. We'll go and do a little bit more work to do it. It's like an employee, right? If you're talking to an employee, they don't always do it perfectly. We'll try and get it done so they do it perfectly. Maybe they don't. Maybe we got to go back and say, hey, you missed this, or why didn't you do it this way? So we'll see if we can. And I know one of the issues that I did have with these is that it's able to list the lessons. See if that one gets stuck. I know sometimes the little connector that we had didn't work the way that I wanted, and we'll see if we can get that done in the working. See, it's kind of cool because what it's doing, it didn't do it the normal way, but it's trying to go over some different variations on how it can do it in the background. And remember, this is just one employee that's working. It's not all of them. It's actually done some of the other pieces. The other employees have done their work. But the one about adding the course to it, it's struggling a little bit. So it's trying some different ways to actually go and see how it did it. So it's trying to create the course and it's stuck. But the employee that was actually creating the zip file, the download, and updating the spreadsheet that runs the page where I have my library, that one's finished. And we'll actually see it's going and it's having some different ones to see if it can actually go and have it work. So let me just wait a second here, see if that comes up. And if it doesn't, I'm just going to pause it for a second, then we'll see what actually shows up here. Now, this is something that's known to me, so just that you're aware of it. One of the things is that I gave my employees tools, right? One of the tools that I gave it was the ability to go to my actual uh, site and add a course in the actual site, my Fluent Community site. And actually, it looks like it did it. One of the issues with the API or the connector is it didn't allow it sometimes to create new courses. I could update courses or edit courses, but I couldn't create new ones. And it looks here that we've actually got it. It's been able to create the lessons and it's actually writing the lessons and it's done. So it actually made it through. So it figured out a way to do it. Very, very interesting. That one's still working in the background. And we'll see what happens there. I'm just going to minimize that one. See, took 35 steps. Took one employee 35 steps to actually go and do that. Claude wants to do something else. And what this one is doing right now, we'll see what that one's kind of working on. And at the end of the day, what I hopefully am going to see is a course with 5 lessons written for me, the download links for people to download, even the shopping cart is going to be set up for me there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause it while these last couple things come into play, and then we'll go take a look at the actual work that it's done. Okay, we're back. We did a little bit more. Well, I didn't do the work. My employee did the work, and my manager was watching. So this is actually what's happened here. We've got the package, the zip file, and updated the spreadsheet that powers my library and updates everything. Created the Fluent Community course. That took 43 different steps. Created emails and social community posts. So those ones look like they're all done. Creating the feeds, created a Fluent cart product. So it's now a product that is actually in my available for sale. Fluent create product return not yet implemented. So the sub agent hit the issue. Let me note this and move on. I'll save the product description as a file so James can create it manually and update the pipeline notes. So here's a situation where I had asked it to do some work and I wanted it to put some content in the shopping cart product description, but the API or the tool that I gave it access to doesn't have that capability. So it did the work anyway, but it just let me know, hey, I can't finish it because I don't have the tool to finish it. Launch report, and it's done. So here we go. Fluent Cart product creation isn't available via MCP yet. Let me save the product copy so you can paste it in manually, then compile the launch report. So it went and got the launch report, the to-do list, pipeline test. Here's the launch report. So here's the deliverable. I got the zip package. That's where it is. I got the spreadsheet updated. I got the community course that is there and published. I've got the Fluent Cart product that was supposed to be added as saved as HTML. I've got 3 emails in a launch series that is there. I've got a community feed post, which is published, and I've got social media posts, which are generated. And it had one issue that was working well, and files in the folder. Next step, there's all of the things that I have available to me. So just wrap your head around this right now. If you did not have agent skills and or something like Cowork or a manager to manage them, how long would it have taken you to actually do what we just did? Now, I'm going to go take a look at it. A lot of it's in draft. My skills say, hey, don't publish it yet. One of them was, which I'll probably go back and change, but it's like, hey, do the work, show me what you got. I'm the human in the loop. I'm going to approve it. It's my company. I'm going to approve it. So that work is done now. If you had done that manually yourself without any of the employees, what are the parts? How long would it have taken you? Could you repeat the same process each and every time? I got 165 skills. These ones work in parallel if I want. I can say do all 165 skills and let it work, and they're all going to be done at one time. That's something I'll try the next time, is maybe I'll do a bundle of 5 to see what happens. The point is that we now have unlimited bandwidth in terms of the work that can be done with AI. It's just how we start thinking about it. And the even cooler part, of course, is that with OpenClaw this week, I could have just handed this off to the agent and to actually go and do all of the work. I don't know if I haven't played around with it yet completely, so I don't know about the human in the loop. We probably have to structure it that way, but we're getting to the point in a couple months that it's just like hand this stuff off, spend time monetizing your expertise, helping people, not creating content or course content or emails. That stuff is for the agents to do. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's James from trainingsites.io. Like and subscribe to the channel and join the community. If you want to talk about this stuff, share what's going on with you, ask questions about it. I would love to find out about your education business. We're here to start, build, and grow yours. So come on, join in, and we'll talk to you soon.